If you are having problems doing your glute bridges, stay tuned for this post. I'm going to give you 2 tips you can use to get that sorted. Hey YouTube, it's Denise here from Lifecyclett 360. What's going on? Hope everybody's good. I'm at home today and I wanted to show you guys how you can make sure that you're getting the correct cue in for your glute bridges. When you're doing your glute bridges is basically 2 things that's going to be able to know that you're actually engaging the glutes and that you're not doing it wrong. The way the pelvis is going to be a huge factor in activating the glutes while you're doing your glute bridges. Before I go on, I want you just to subscribe to this channel, hit the notification button, and stay tuned for more posts coming up. Right, so let's get to it. Okay, so I'm home and you want to get some glute bridges done. Glute bridges is going to be helping you activate and strengthen the glute maximus and also engage the hamstrings. It's a really good exercise if you're at home to get those 2 muscle groups going. So you're going to get your mat, lie down flat, and I'm going to take you through the steps that you can use to be able to make sure that you're doing your glute bridges correct. So you're lying down flat. You also want to make sure that you have your knees bent. Some people like putting out their knees a little lower for, I would say if you want to make it harder, you could put your knees out lower. But once you have your knees bent and your feet flat onto the ground, that is good for me. What I was talking about before, when we want to make sure that the pelvis area is the main part of making sure that you're doing your glute bridges correct, is if you notice, remember on my last video I spoke to you about having curves, different curves in the spine. The lumbar spine has a nice little curve, and I could actually take my hand and go with a little space right here because of the curve the lumbar lordosis gives. When you are in this position here, your pelvis is also going to be in a neutral position. What you want to do is push down or tilt the pelvis that you are eliminating the space that is from the lumbar lordosis. When you do that, you actually put in your hips more in of a hip extension position, which is ideal because you want to work your glutes. So in this position now, you are going to you can keep your hands here, you can keep your hands here, whichever one you want to do. You want to keep the pelvis tilted, and then you're going to lift up. And you also be squeezing the glutes. This is different than if I keep my space here, I have the arch in my back, and now I'm going to lift up. You'll find there's almost like a jerking or pushing upwards rather than if I'm tilt my pelvis and push upward. It's almost like a jerking motion you get if you do not eliminate this and do the pelvic tilt. Check this out again, okay? So it's from here, pelvic tilt, none, gonna go up. No pelvic tilt. From here, push up. It's almost as if you're using your spine, your muscles in your lower back to help push you up. When you eliminate that space, let's say now I'm going to tilt my pelvis this way. Well, this is going to be a posterior pelvic tilt. I am now pushing up with my glutes more engaged and also my hamstrings engaged. Tilt, up. What you do not want to do as well is have too much of a position, too high, and now you're overextending the spine, and you're having where the person, you're almost like your chin touching your chest. You don't want to do it like that. You want from here, tilt down, push up and squeeze. So you get in a nice straight line from the torso straight down to the knees. That's pretty much what you want to do for your glute bridges. There's one other thing I want to show you to help you activate the glute muscles so you'll know that you're getting them turned on when you're doing this exercise. So stay tuned for that now. So the second way, or the next tip I'll give you for doing your glute bridges is what you'll call a prone leg raise. It helps you to understand what your glute's supposed to feel like when you're in that position. So this is what it looks like. The word prone means that you're going to be lying flat on your stomach, right? So you get in that position first. Right, so I'm in a prone position. What I want to focus on in this position is the same tilt that I just told you about. So I'm in my prone position and I want to squeeze my glutes. Now you're noticing what has happened when I squeeze the glutes. You're seeing the tilt of the pelvis. The tilt is that. Now, once you squeeze your glutes, you want to try to now engage in that leg to raise up. The leg is not to be bent, the knee is not to be bent. You can slightly flex the knee when you're trying to lift the leg, and the leg is going to be lifted from the hip area. That is what is the good thing. So we're doing a hip extension again, but we're doing a single leg hip extension. Okay, guys? So look at it here. I'm prone. I'm going to do my pelvic tilt, which is going to engage my glutes. And from here, I'm going to lift the leg. So my glutes is engaged. Now I want to lift the leg up. I'm doing a single leg extension here and down. Next side, or you can do it alternating. You're going to be squeezing in and up. Or you can do it without stopping. So you get 1, 1, 1. So you're keeping the squeeze on the glutes. You're keeping the tilt, the posterior tilt in the pelvis. And now you know what it is going to feel like when you want to activate the glutes for your glute bridges. Or even if you want to activate your glutes on the whole, it doesn't even have to be for your glute bridges alone. Right? It's a really good exercise. And not only your glutes, you get a nice hamstring and quadriceps if you can engage those two muscles as well when you're lifting. Right. And that is it. I hope that that helped you, and now you can implement that when you're doing your glute bridges, if you're doing your warm-ups for your hip hinges, when you're doing your movement preparations. It's great. Thanks for viewing, guys, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the page. Stay tuned. I'll be posting another video soon. Take care. Bye-bye.